Hi everyone. So I was actually just pulling cards to get a message for the day for us, and halfway through, so I pulled these two cards and I wanted one more card. You will actually eventually see the daily message, so you'll see what I was doing. And then I was like, Nicola Bulley came through and I was like, okay, let's pull some cards. And as I was pulling cards, as you can see, look at this. And I was going to straighten the cards. I saw the King of Swords and I saw the Tower. And I was like, this is the message. So I'm not sure if any of you understand what that can be. If you've seen my readings, you know who I've connected the King of Swords with. And King of Swords, maybe your Tower moment's coming. We're going to see in the next readings, but whoever's guilty, I do hope that Tower moment comes. Something unexpected, even if it's not in the justice for Nicola, but there's going to be some sort of Tower moment. And I'm interested just to shuffle and see what other cards come out. So the cards that I then pulled were the Knight of Swords. I've just put my daily cards on the side. The Knight of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. These actually came out reversed. Usually I don't have reversals because I always keep my cards tidy, but at the moment they're not very tidy. So I'm going to take it as I'm channeling. And then I decided to take one more because I actually saw the Justice card as I was putting the cards back to shuffle. And I think the main messages came out with the King of Swords, the Tower, and then me seeing the Justice card. But looking at these, let's take it. So what I get, interestingly, is obviously this is about maybe trying to keep your heart open and move forward, but it's not necessarily happening. What's really, there's here an attachment to your security, your money. It's interesting. I've just had, and the candles doing black flames. I don't know if you can see it. And I just had, like I did in the first reading of Britney Spears, I had, never mind my yoga mat over there. It's for when I do energy healing clients of Trauma Informed. We do an online session. Can you see the candle? I'm trying to show you the dark flames. When I did the first reading of Britney Spears, there was it's not like, do you know how when you have, this is going in a different direction, you have bananas and you can get those little, they tend to bring like the black little flies, but it was a very tiny one, and I hadn't seen one in a while. I just saw one go by. That is kind of negative energy. So just looking at this, was you foolish? Was you naive to think that rushing in was really going to get you to be able to open your heart and in this new chapter? I don't know if I should say this, but I also feel like there's a haunting from Nicola. And as I say that, I pull a card to say whether I should say it. And yes, look, anxiety, sleepless nights. So I do think there's a haunting a little bit from Nicola in terms of you thought you could put me to rest, whoever did this, and move on to a new chapter with an open heart. But things like this do take their toll, and rushing on, holding on to a bit of pinching onto what you have, and the Four of Swords, and trying to move on to a new chapter, thinking that this new chapter is really going to be what speaks to your heart. Now, I'm not indicating it to anyone. It could be, you know, the people that were involved. If you haven't seen part 7, I'm still on my story with that. I will do a part 8 with some questions. People keep asking me about part 8, but I just want to be clear that I really stick to what I mentioned in terms of there was a choice there for Nicola, but it wasn't really a choice. And then somebody had found themselves in a position where giving this ultimatum and choice, but I've also kind of held someone ransom, abducted someone, held someone ransom. Is there really a choice? Because there's a risk there, not only of what was happening and the fact that there's a crackling. Yes, I do have a fan on, but not sure. When you do something like that and then you think, okay, the person might say, and I actually feel Nicola was silenced, not only silenced at the time, but really silent about this ultimatum decision, because it wasn't really a decision. I feel like the Star card holding on to the last bit of hope, waiting to be found. And I mentioned she was alive. I don't know if I've made that clear, so I'm just going to go over it again. If you abduct someone and you hold someone ransom and you tell them this is your ultimatum, I feel that the person was silenced, but also not fully there. There was something there. There was something, maybe from a hit, maybe from something given to calm the person. And I think that might have been in the morning, and I think it was attempted also the day before. Or something was attempted. I will be covering the welfare call as well. I also must say I find it strange, although it might not be, because I don't know how many years earlier. Oh, I'm getting messages here, so I'm missing my first message. Sorry, I'll go back. So the person was kind of in a silence, not in a place, and then it's kind of like being true to myself. Can I actually make a choice here to say I'll promise to stay? And the other person's like, well, even if they promise to stay. And so I'm kind of got some, and so I'm tied. Can I really make that decision? And the other person realizes there isn't really a choice, it's too far gone. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And going on to what I was saying I find strange is that I know it happens, and maybe it was years prior, but I don't know if it's the truth. I keep getting comments that, which doesn't surprise me, because I feel there's something there, not in terms of a relationship, but as much as I've tried to disconnect, and I did ask for the date of birth of this person, who is a female sibling. I always connected it to a card which is not the card of that date of birth. However, I still felt it resonated. And I know people have stated that they find the mother very strange in the interviews. I think she's actually extremely shocked. She goes to talk at one point, but I think she's really, really shocked. I do think she's hit by it. I don't think she knows. And I think if anyone is probably the weaker at making a decision or just been self-reliant on maybe the partner, is probably the mother. I don't think she's privy to anything. But the sibling, if I look at a picture or something, if I look at any picture or the energy, and I hate to say this, I always hate to say it because I hate to point fingers, and I'll give you an example. Britney Spears was posted on her Instagram yesterday or day before. She was dancing with knives, and I think every tarot reader's maybe gone on it or whatever you can exploit and read. For as someone who reads energy, let me tell you something about that. She's aware of what she was doing. And her caption also tells you that. And so I don't just read to sell or juice. And that's why maybe I don't attract as many subscribers. You attract your tribe. So just going back to what I wanted to say. I'm not too relaxed with the energy when I look at that person. And I don't necessarily feel like they were at the forefront of the three people. I felt there was two and then one at the back. But that person knows, and I think it came up in the reading, at least in their intuition, but I think they know. I think I'll leave it at that, and then I'll get back to the daily message and some client readings that this is all waiting for. I hope you have a lovely day, everyone, and look out for the next content. Subscribe if the work resonates with you, and I will see you in the next one. Look out for the intro into a scheduled premiere. Let's leave it at that. Take care. Bye for now.